Good morning and welcome back to Yoga with Rosie. I really hope you slept well. Now today's class is going to be about 18 movements that we're going to be doing to wake up the body. So just some gentle movements, just some kind of stretching and some rotations, things like that to warm the body up a little bit first thing in the morning. So I really hope you enjoyed this class. The first thing we're going to do is lay down on our backs. So if we lay down on the bed, I'm going to be laying diagonally so you can see me. We're going to start off with a nice big morning stretch. So what we're going to do is point your toes and bring your hands up above your head and stretch, 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 stretch. Point your toes, wiggle your fingers. Oh, maybe you want to have a big yawn. Oh, nice big stretch for the morning. We're going to bring our knees into our chest and then bring our feet into our hands for happy baby. So with this pose, you want to bring your elbows down to the floor and bring your knees into your armpits. So again, this is first thing in the morning, so you might not be doing as much as you would do at the end of the day or in a different yoga class. You want to be very gentle with yourself and very kind. So just doing some gentle movements here, some gentle stretches just to wake up the body. If you want to find some movement here by rocking from side to side, you can do so. Might feel nice on your spine. Perfect. So if we bring our feet back down and extend our left leg down and keep the right knee bent, we're going to bring the right knee into your chest and cross it over your body to the left hand side. You can bring your right arm out to the side for T-shape arms, just for a gentle spinal twist here. Again, this is first thing in the morning, so you might be a little bit stiffer than usual. You might be up here, and that's absolutely fine. Wherever you are, just let your body relax into the pose. Taking some deep breaths. Let's switch to the other side, so bring your right leg over and straighten your right leg and bring your left foot so that it's touching the bed. Hold on to your left knee with your right hand, extend your left arm out by the side of your T-shape arms, and then bring your left knee over the right side of your body, again for a gentle supine twist. Just being gentle with yourself today, not doing anything too hard or too much. Taking some deep breaths. And bring the left leg back to center. And then from here, we're going to bring our arms down by the sides of us and bring the soles of your feet together so that your feet are touching and your knees are splaying out to the sides. Now again, this is going to look different for everybody. Maybe your knees are up here, maybe your knees are down here. Wherever you are is absolutely fine. If you do have some cushions with you, maybe you want to support your legs with your pillows, you can pop one underneath each knee, just so that you're not having too much tension on your hips first thing in the morning. So find something that feels good for you. And we're going to stay here just for a couple of breaths, just to kind of open up our hips. So again, taking some deep breaths, relaxing into the pose. With every exhale, you want to melt into the pose a little bit more. I'm not staying here for too much longer. One more inhale and exhale. So let's pop the cushions back again to where they were. And we're going to come up to a seated position. Now you can do this any way you want to. I know some people like to rock forwards and backwards, Some people like to go onto the side and then roll up. Today I'm going to rock forwards and backwards. So find what feels best for you in this moment. And we're going to meet in a seated position, sitting cross-legged on the bed. So in this moment, I would like for you to close your eyes if you feel safe and if you feel comfortable to do so. You can have your palms either resting down on your knees, or you can maybe lift the palms up to the sky. You can maybe bring one hand to your chest and one hand to your tummy, or your hands in prayer. So you have 4 options there for your hands. I'm actually going to bring one hand onto my chest and one hand onto my tummy today to feel a little bit more connected to my body. Let's take a couple of breaths together. Deep inhales and deep exhales. And as we sit here this morning, I would like for you to think of 3 things that you're grateful for today. Now, this could be absolutely anything. It could be having a bed to sleep on and to practice yoga on, and it could be lots of different things. So find 3 things that you're grateful for today. So once you have them, I'll wait a little bit longer in case you're struggling to find a 3. And once you have them, I'd like for you to carry them around with you today, so that if you have any moments of stress or discomfort or any kind of moments when you're not feeling happy, you can think of these 3 things that you are grateful for today. Let's take one more deep breath together. Big inhale, long exhale, and let's carry on. So next we're going to do Baddha Konasana, but sitting up. So again, if you bring the soles of your feet together and your knees coming out to the sides, your feet might be out here, they might be very close to your body, wherever they are. Again, this is going to look different for everybody, and that's absolutely perfect. Again, if you want to use the cushions to support your knees, you can do so. I'm just going to bring my pillows in under my knees. And we're going to sit here with a nice straight spine with your hands on your knees and kind of letting your knees splay to the side. Now I know they're supported with the pillows, but this is still going to be opening up your hips and doing some good work for your body here. So again, we're going to stay here for a couple of breaths. You can close your eyes if you feel safe to do so. If you want to start to lean forward, you can do so as well. This might change the feeling in your hips. You might feel maybe a little bit tight. You might want to find some movement. Today I'm kind of rocking from side to side gently. This feels good for me today. This is your practice. Do what you want to do. Do what feels best for you and your body. Remembering to breathe. Relaxing your shoulders down if they're tense. Okay, so from here, let's move into child's pose. So I'm just going to pop my cushions back again. And we're going to move into child's pose. So for this one, you want to move onto all fours, kind of like a tabletop position. You can spread your knees out to the sides and make sure your toes are touching. And then slowly lower your hips back towards your feet. And you can lower your head down to the bed. So I'm going to show you quickly what the pose will look like, and then I'll have to come back up again because of the microphone technical issues. But it should look something like this. But again, the great thing about doing bed yoga is that you can bring in a cushion if you want some extra support. You can bring a cushion in between your legs and rest your chest on there. That might be something you want to do, and kind of either stay on your forearms, or maybe you still want to go all the way down with your face kind of on the pillow. This is your practice. You can do what feels best for you. We're going to stay here for a couple of breaths. Something I like to do in child's pose is to almost energetically pull your spine towards your feet, but then also pull your hands forwards. So you're stretching your spine and you're feeling some energy moving through your body. So we're going to stay here for a couple more seconds, a couple more rounds of breath. And as you start to bring yourself up, you might want to push up with your hands and walk your hands back to your body. We're going to bring our knees in together and move into hero's pose. Now here you have two options. I know it's first thing in the morning, so this might be enough. This is going to be stretching your ankles, your legs, your feet, your knees. This is a really great pose. The other option is to lean forwards and tuck your toes under and lean back on your feet like that. Now this will stretch the soles of your feet. So choose one of these two options. We're going to stay here for, let's do 3 rounds of breath. So again, you might want to keep your hands on your thighs. Maybe you want to bring your hands into prayer. And let's stay here for 3 rounds of breath. So deep inhale and long exhale. One more round of breath. And we can come back to a seated position. And we're now going to move to the edge of the bed. So if you sit with your legs hanging over the edge of the bed and your hands can come to your thighs. So I'm actually going to come to this side of the bed so you can see me a little bit better. So we're going to start off with our hands on our knees, on our legs. I'm going to start to do some neck movements. So maybe you want to look over your right shoulder and then back through center and over your left shoulder. Let's do that one more time, over the right shoulder and over the left shoulder. Back to center, let's look up and down and up and down. Maybe let's bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. Again, this is your practice today, so if anything doesn't feel right, do what feels good. Do something different. You don't have to do exactly what I'm saying to do. Maybe you have a certain pain or a certain movement you want to do and something that's very specific to you. Go ahead and do that. I'm just guiding you today. And back through center, let's bring the left ear towards the left shoulder. You might feel some crunches, I just did then, but that's good. It means we're kind of waking up the body, finding some movement, doing something a little bit different that maybe we don't do every single morning. And back through center. Something I like to do as well is to look over to the right hand side and then look up and down from this angle, from this position. This feels particularly good down the left hand side of my neck here. It's a really nice stretch. So let's do the same on the opposite side, so look over to the left and then go ahead and look up and down, up and down, up and down, and back to center. And now I encourage you to do something, just whatever you want to do with your neck. So me personally, I'm going to roll some circles around the back. I always seem to have some pain on the back of my neck on my left hand side, so I'm going to try and move my neck a little bit to maybe alleviate some of that pain. But maybe experiment and see what feels good for you today. And back to center. Let's move our shoulders. So we can start off with, if you place your fingertips on your shoulders, and we're going to just create some circles going backwards. Now these can be as big or as small as you want today. How does your body feel? Listen to your body. So I'm doing some quite big circles going out. I don't know if you can hear my shoulder clicking through the microphone. And back, and then let's go forwards this time. So rotating your elbows in big circles, which is warming up your shoulders. Remembering to breathe. And and back to center. Let's do a nice shoulder stretch as well. So if you extend your right arm out in front of you and cross it over your body to the left hand side, and you can bring your left arm up to kind of pull that arm towards you to stretch your shoulder. So you want to keep your head facing forwards and just have a nice stretch of that right shoulder. Back to centre. Let's do the left hand side. So stretch your left arm out in front of you and across to your right hand side. Your right arm can come up and pull your left arm closer towards you for a nice shoulder stretch. Remembering to breathe. And back to centre. So from here we're going to move our hips again. Now this is something that some people might be able to do and some people might not be able to do. So find what feels good for you. But we're going to do figure 4 pose. So if you can, I encourage you to bring your right foot up and onto your left thigh and kind of almost lean forwards so that you're stretching your hip however much you need to. Maybe that's here, maybe that's down here, whatever feels good for you today. And if you can't get your foot up here, you can simply cross your foot over your left leg. So maybe it's over your left ankle, maybe it's over your left shin, somewhere like that, so that you do have some sort of hip opening action here. And then start to lean forwards. Careful not to fall off the bed, but lean forwards to open up your hip in this position. I like to actually place my right hand on my right knee and then lean forwards so that I feel a nice stretch in my right hip. Taking some deep breaths, keeping a nice straight spine, your shoulders down. You don't want your shoulders up by your ears and hunched over. You want to always try and keep your shoulders away from your ears with a nice straight spine. So wherever you are, let's come back up and let's swap sides. So this time the left foot comes onto the right thigh. Again, your left foot can also be on your ankle or on your shin if that's an option for you. So wherever you are, I like to bring my left hand on my left knee and then start to lean forwards with a nice straight spine, shoulders back. Just feeling that hip opening and the nice stretch there. If this doesn't feel good for you, if this doesn't work for you, feel free to do something else that does. Again, this is your practice. I'm simply guiding you today. So remembering to breathe, nice deep breaths. And when we're ready, we're going to press back up into a neutral position. Okay, so I think twisting is something that we don't do enough in our lives, honestly. So this one is a great one because everybody can do it and we're all going to look different and that's completely fine. So what we're going to do is bring our arms up into cactus arms. So make sure that your elbows are in line with your shoulders and then your wrists are in line with your elbows and your fingers are splaying out above you. Now what we're going to do here is inhale. And on the exhale, twist to the right hand side. Any amount is absolutely perfect. Just so that you feel the twist of your spine, you're sucking your belly in, you're keeping your spine nice and straight, and you're twisting to the right hand side. Let's go back to center. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left hand side. And you might find that one side twists more than the other side. Again, that's pretty normal. Not everybody is equal on both sides. So you're really finding the strength here through your body, through your core, sucking your tummy and lifting your chest, keeping a nice straight spine and twisting. Let's go back to center. Let's do this 2 more times on each side. So inhale, exhale, rotate. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Inhale. Exhale back to center. Last time, inhale. Exhale, rotate. Inhale. And exhale back to center. We can bring our arms down. You might also feel like that warmed up your shoulders a little bit. I feel a little bit more awake now in that part of my body from doing that exercise. And then the next one I want to do is some side stretches. I'm going to have to shuffle over a little bit because I do need a little bit of space next to me. So we're going to place your right hand on the bed next to you and lift your left arm up and over so that you feel a nice side stretch all the way down your arm and down your rib cage and all the way down your side here. So again, you might be stretching any amount. Remember, it's first thing in the morning, so you might not be all the way over here, but wherever you are is perfect. You might want to bring your hand further out so you can stretch a little bit deeper, or maybe even come down to your forearm if that feels good, just to get a really good stretch of your side body. And I encourage you more to kind of reach far with your fingers. It's not necessarily about bending over, it's more just about reaching and feeling the nice stretch down the side body here. Remembering to breathe. And back to center. Let's do the opposite side. So now I can shuffle over to here again. I'm going to place my right hand down. My left hand comes up and reaches over. Again, it's not about curving over, it's more about reaching with the right fingertips. So kind of reaching up to the sky so that you feel a nice side stretch. If you do want to bring your hand further over, you can do that. If you want to come down to your forearm, you can do that, but it's less about the shape that you make, it's more about the sensation that you feel in your body. So try and feel that nice stretch down the right hand side of your body this time, all the way down your arm, down your rib cage, down your side. Stretching, stretching, and back to center. So the last pose that we're going to do sitting down is cat-cow. So bring your hands to your knees, and with the inhale you want to lift your chest and lift your gaze up to the sky. And with the exhale, you want to round your spine, round your shoulders, and almost look down to your knees, to your thighs, to your tummy. Really curve your spine. And then inhale, lift the chest, lift the gaze, shoulders back. Exhale, round the spine and look down. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now the final pose, we're going to stand just next to the bed, and you can hold onto the bed for support if you need to. So we're going to stand with our feet hips distance apart. I'm going to stand back here so you can see me. So we're standing with our feet hips distance apart with a nice straight spine. Tailbone is tucked under. Arms beside you, and you want to have a big deep inhale, raise your arms above your head. So inhale. And then exhale, hinge forwards at the hips. So you're not kind of curving, you're keeping your spine nice and straight. Hinge forwards at the hips until you're bending forwards into a forward fold. And then from here, we're just going to hang for maybe 1 minute. You might want to have a slight bend in your knees, or even a very big bend in your knees, and maybe bring your hands to the floor. Maybe you want to hold elbows and sway from side to side. Maybe you just want to hang. We're going to stay here just to kind of stretch out our hamstrings, stretch out our spine. Maybe shake your head yes, shake your head no. Maybe you want to wiggle your shoulders and your elbows and your wrists. Find some movement. Maybe you want to do a twist. You can bring your right hand down to the floor and extend your left hand up and up to the sky to open up your side body. We can do the opposite side, so bring your left hand down and open up your right hand, comes up to the ceiling and back again. So wherever you are in this pose, we're just going to stay here for another 30 seconds. Remembering to breathe, moving our bodies or staying still. Remember, this is your practice. And when you're ready, we're going to slowly roll up to a standing position, vertebrae by vertebrae, until you come to a standing position. Maybe let's roll our shoulders back, stand nice and tall, chest is lifted, nice straight spine. I encourage you to bring your hands into prayer position, close your eyes, and think of those 3 things that you're grateful for today. And if you didn't think of all 3, now is a great time to add the ones that you missed. So remembering those 3 things that you're grateful for today, carry that with you for the rest of the day. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I release yoga videos every single Monday. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you very soon. Bye.